Spotify Warhammer podcast.
The backs of all the orcs, the black odd boys. There's dudes at the back of all the models, because they're not paying attention. Wyvern counts as Mega Boss, and then Savage Boss, and
do you not like leave it here for now?
yeah, once we. So this is our battle report test. Here's the battle the table we'll be fighting on.
The Battle of the Bones.
There's some Empire cities. Don't mind the mess behind. The Empire cities, which is terrain, yeah, which is shifting into the realm of death. So they're trying to take over, and then we've got
We're here to collect the bones die, and
we're trying to punch the Sigma people in the face.
exactly, you're here for a fight.
There's a Sigma
and you're like, hey,
statue.
more bones! Thanks, guys. You brought us more bones. Great stuff.
We've got our Sigma tower and our skull, and then the
I mean, you can.
Tomb Kings.
So yeah, I'm playing bonereapers. The game is at 2000 points. I'm running Catacross Legion, so the Mortis Praetorians, because I love Catacross. So I just want to get the best value out of playing him, and he multiplies the army a lot. I also love the catapults. I don't know how effective they're going to be against your hordes, because you have 2 wounds per model. That makes a huge difference. But yeah, I don't have many units on the table, and when you realize that, like, I'm running 9 units. Yes, I can heal, but it's still very scary as a concept. So we'll see how it goes. I have to take down a lot of stuff, and they're all super fast, super angry. That is mostly a protection unit, so even if they, for whatever reason, die on turn 1, if you make the charge on turn 1 across the table, which you can with your big boss, then, oh well, that's gonna be a problem. But let's see what happens.
Okay, cool, go. This is beginning of turn 1, the beginning of the game,
round.
battle
Yeah.
round 1.
I don't know if, like, it's a difficult decision to see now if I want to go first or second. Because if you get a double turn, that's gonna be epic. So I should probably just prepare for that and make it less efficient and try to slow you down somehow. So I think I will go first and let you go second, because you can hurt me a lot if I don't have my abilities up.
Yeah, I think that is true.
That is, yeah. So I need to think that way. And then if you do get a double turn, then I'm just gonna consider possibilities and see what I can do to mitigate. And if you don't, well then, in that case, it's okay. So my hero phase, I activated Catacross ability, Supreme Lord of the Bonereaper Legion. It just gives all the buffs out. Then I decided to cast the Vortex with this guy, just because he gets a better range, extra save, 1 extra spell, so basically it's a free, if you cast it, it is a free spell in that moment. Soul Guide, and actually, one thing more has to happen. On a 2+, I get to cast it once more, which I do, and then if because I roll the 2, I can cast it once. It goes off. I need a 5 to cast it. I roll a 7, so the second Soul Guide is gonna go on the other catapult, right there.
That's re-rolling ones.
And re-rolling ones to hit. Yes. So I also had 1 extra spell, which was Mystic Shield on them. This is like on top of what he casts. It's just at the end of the hero phase that happens. While the other wizard in the globe there tried to cast an endless spell and horribly failed. So nope.
And then my wizards are all...
Too
wizard
far away,
is too far
so
away.
It was literally just don't fail a roll, and that happened. So yeah, that was my hero phase.
Cool, going on to movement.
Right. So movement phase basically required me to readjust and reshuffle slightly to cater for the big boy possible charge. And thanks to Bradley for telling me that you can move twice, because that's good sportsmanship. I can now go like, okay, so you are gonna be in my face. I have to kill you before you do that. If I don't, you are gonna be there. Maybe wounded, but still, that's scary. So I just reshuffled in case he makes it there. So he can't really hurt my backlines. He has kind of stopped there. Also, Catacross doesn't need to do anything. I just decided to move the cavalry more on that side because I don't want to give him like free charges or stuff, but clearly they are there to go and get an objective. I mean, it's clear as day. You have to defend in that way, so you're gonna have to see who decides to go for that first. And yeah, that's basically my movement. Right, so with all the rerolls and things, these are the amount of wounds that the catapults have inflicted
On the Mega Boss,
on the Mega Boss and Maw Crusher. Now, Bradley has to save, otherwise each fail is 5 damage.
Okay, so here's going... Oh, fuck. He dies.
Damn. Okay,
That's depressing.
That was very depressing. 20 wounds on the spot. Oof.
It's like...
It
Oh.
should have been the other way around.
And then he has no feel, no pain currently. And yeah, that's...
Oof.
Okay.
Big dead.
Okay, so end of turn 1.
Turn 1.
Battle, yeah, for...
The big thing was shooting the 2 catapults. I have no charges, so clearly I'm not declaring anything. The catapults definitely performed properly. I think you, like, that was not supposed to happen as saves. You were supposed to fail to take like 5 to 10.
Failing out of 6, passing 2, failing 4.
That was super bad luck.
That's
I would
just-
be so salty, so big ups on you, because I'm like...
Thank goodness, that's 440 points
Yeah.
gone.
I used 400 points to kill it, so it kind of balances out, but
So-
still it's like, ouch, that hurts a lot.
So catapults are scary, guys.
Yeah, they
Who
are.
would have thought? Okay.
Even without range.
Yeah, so that's going into bottom of turn 1?
Yeah, well,
Top of the second half of turn. Whether it's
Yeah.
the top or the bottom, I can't even remember.
It's your side now. On
Okay.
Turn 1.
Cool. So for my hero phase, I've done. I've got the battalion, the cunning ruck. So that allows a unit within 12 of us to move. So I've moved them up. I've done the mighty destroyers rule from the brutal cunning, which has caused the odd boys to move, and so spells. Yes. So I've cast the breath of Gork, which gives +1 to hit and to run into charge on them, and Mystic Shield on them from our Orruk Prophet. So it's a bit of uphill at the moment. I generated 10 warg points using the command ability, as well as... Yeah, that's about it. So now I've just kind of had a bit of movement in my hero phase, and now going on to movement phase. Cool, so end of movement phase. We've run with pretty much everybody. The Savage Boys have shifted this way to hold that objective. The Odd Boys have moved up to try and protect that objective from the cavalry. My Orruk Prophet has stayed back to hold the objective because everyone else has abandoned ship on what the priority is. And then all the characters have run forward, and Arrow Boys have also run forward to try and get in range for hopefully a double turn. And so there's not going to be any charging, so this is kind of the end of the phase. I'm out of range. I ran. Cool. So let's hope for a double turn.
Right, so we are now doing the roll for the turn. Let's see. Bradley needs a double turn. And he does.
Yay!
He gets a double turn. Yay!
This pulls me into
the game again.
Yeah. Cool. So, kind of disappointing hero phase. I've spent my command point to gain some more warp points. So I'm now on 18. I have done the cunning ruck and a shot with my arrow boys. I didn't get the spell off to make them
On
better.
that unit.
They fluffed they hit with about half as many as they should have.
Yeah, you
So-
should have gotten another at least 6 hits.
So
in
and
there.
then they passed the save.
I rolled the 6
And
on
he
the
rolled-
one dude that failed the armor save.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So-
that's...
Mighty Destroyer to move up the Mega Boss. This squad there now.
They're gonna be in. I mean, there is
I felt that
absolutely...
spell, got Mystic Shield, and these guys have got +1 damage because of the War Chanter. So that is end of hero phase, going into movement.
Yes. And
Cool. So movement phase just shifted everyone up. The Warguard Prophet has given up holding the objective, but he still has it. He's thinking about it constantly. And then
he remembers it.
Mega Bosses have just run up run up. They've just moved up. The War Chanter super damage
sprint.
to get there, so he charged up. These guys are just charged out to just prepare to take on a squad of skilly cavalry, and these dudes are just chilling, holding the point,
Yep.
like a nice Sunday afternoon. Cool.
Shooting
Going into
phase.
Shooting phase.
The turns have tabled.
So the arrow boys have done some damage, and they've caused 5 wounds to.
Because I cannot save on a 3+ apparently.
With a
With rerolls, I still failed 6 and then saved 1
With the
DPR. That's
Cool. So I've killed 5 guys with the arrow boys. Well done, guys.
yay!
Only
well
120 shots. To
So
do
now,
5 wounds.
me being a cunning general, I've gone like, ha 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 ha. Now your charge is longer by 1 inch.
Yes. So now I
That's-
need a roll of 4.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of a 3.
Okay.
Just
going
go
straight
into
into
it.
charge.
Yeah,
Hey, 10.
that's a 10. That's a long
11,
charge.
12, 13. Cool.
Yay!
Sweet. So end of combat. My orcs made it in. They beat the snot out of the 5-man squad and some 6 wounds out of the catapult.
And then lost one guy
one guy to
from
the second
the
squad.
super elite squad that goes like, ah.
So I'm within just one model within 6 of that objective. So I hold that one. So end of your so this is end of turn battle round 2, beginning of top of battle round 2. So we were on 2 points each.
Now you're on 5. Now you're on 6.
I'm on 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have
6.
no way to go and get that.
7. I'm on
Literally
7
no.
points because it's 5 this turn. Because I got 3, 4, 5.
Oof. And I'm on 2. Hey!
Going to bottom off.
Yeah, alright.
Cool.
So, my hero phase, I tried to do as much as possible to get these things off the table. Kill 2 models with spells, which is okay, I think. Then I decided to pop him off the big thingy, so to get closer and give more aura to the +1 to wound, make it more interesting. I also failed Soul Guide, then I rolled the 6 so I can cast it 3 times. I get another 3 and then I failed again on them. But I got the 2 catapults Soul Guided, so they will be rolling once. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, the big statue just snagged the 1 model left with the 1 wound on that. And luckily for me, Bradley didn't roll a 6, so yay!
Cool.
Right, so I brought both Xanthus and this guy with Artificer Blade closer. So because they're gonna have to go and support somehow. While on that side I decided to commit and go and bring in a charge with the cavalry on the flank of the Orc boys, and hopefully, unless I roll terribly, I should be in. So let's see what happens there. And now it's shooting phase. Okay, so a bit of an underwhelming shooting phase. 4 shots into that, this cannot shoot anything, and it's not worth moving away, really. Apart from, I can't move away, even if I want to. So, 15 wounds and then 5 saved, which is actually fair. Oh no, it's on a 6, not on a
6
5.
up, 6 up.
Oof, okay, no, then it's ouch. But yeah, killed 5 models there, and now it's gonna be charging phase. Let's see what we do. Right, so the charges actually went all in. Xantos made his charge here, he went bang, and got the...
Ran a guy down.
Yeah, they ran the guy down. Actually, I just want to move him slightly more this way, so that he's full in of him. I mean, I had the charge to wherever I wanted. Second guy got in there, and then they got a 7-inch charge. They did absolutely nothing with their like, so whatever. And also them being shot moved.
Oh yes, so he's just a bit long. Staying within 12, but yeah. Cool.
Okay, combat phase, what happened is the Black Orcs there,
The
our
Art
boys there are evaporated. It took me a lot actually.
Pretty much the 2 squads.
The 2 squads, because
So-
even with just these guys, 1 dude was standing, and that's kind of annoying. While there, I just
He killed 2
dudes.
and wounded 1,
So
and
5
I killed
wounds to
1.
the unit, and you gave me 5 wounds as well. So because he has
yes.
1 wound left, and that's kind of scary. Actually, he has 1 wound left.
So now we're going into rolling for the next turn.
Yep, it's rolling for the next turn.
Okay, so we
Check the
forgot.
range of the -1 from my legion.
So these dudes have bravery 5 plus 1 because of the banner. It's invisible, it's fine. I
12
have
inches. So you will also
minus
get
1. I have 10 models, so I've got bravery 5, 6 because of the banner, 7 because of being 10 or more models, minus 1, so I'm back to 6.
How many
I've
did
lost
you lose?
5, so I'm losing.
No,
So I'm negative. I'm on 1. So if I roll,
a 1. You need to roll a 1.
I need to roll a 1 to
Yeah.
not lose guys. Okay. 3, so I lose 2
guys.
guys. Oh, that's sad.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay. You could have lost way
I
more.
could have lost way more. So Andrea won the roll off. So
Yes.
oh, it's gonna be pounding in the face right now.
Well, that's gonna be complicated, honestly, because it's
So the game's gonna be back in it. But
right. Much to my disappointment, they are too far away to be healed by Catacross, which is oof. Okay. So they cannot get healed, which is gonna result in a problem right there. I can see it already. I might have even to retreat and run away. Don't know. We'll see. I managed to cast Soul Guide here and then again D3 times, so it came out as a 1, but on them, and they also have Empower and Netherite weapons. So let's see.
cool. So a bunch of spells.
Movement phase now.
Yep.
Right. So the movement phase sees Mordekar getting in range of charging these guys. Xantos wants to go and cuddle
The War Chanter.
the War Chanter. Everything else just moved away. He's holding this objective, so we're actually good. And then I decided to make a strategic retreat, also called way, with the cavalry.
We have victory on the flank.
Yeah, indeed. I cannot take that side, so it's pointless to commit there.
And the hero over there is holding that point.
Yes.
Cool. End of shooting.
End of shooting, basically, I decided to target that hero because he's scary, but he's also far away. So let's see.
Out of 7, he failed 1. So,
Yeah.
and he
5
didn't.
damage on the thing. Leaving it on 2 wounds, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
2 wounds, something similar. So now it's gonna be charging phase, and let's see what happens with that.
Okay, so end of combat. The arrow boys are vanished. There's a bit of a scrap happening between the War Chanter and the Mega Boss and the
Xantos.
Xantos. They've all taken 5 wounds, 4 wounds, 3 wounds. And yeah, so we'll see going on to bottom of turn 3. Sweet. So energetic hero phase. I failed to fix my dance on my boss, but he did brutal cunning and made himself attack again with the
Did
mighty
nothing.
destruction, but he didn't do any damage. Then he's given him plus 1 damage. He cast a spell, Fist of Gork, rolled 2 6s, but didn't get it at the maximum. Tried to use the Wild powers to make it better, but just short, got 9. They passed 2 of their death saves, so nothing happened. And
Nothing happened on
else
that
to it.
side.
This guy made himself move using
Yeah.
a cunning rock battle trait, or battalion special, and now going into movement phase. Try to charge in with that guy. We moved up a little bit, spread out that way. Everyone attacked, ended up getting him down to 1 wound left. Then he killed my savage boss, who's never take the glowy totems, the glowy tattoos, utter rubbish. The other mega boss failed to charge with his legendary, like legacy sort of legends, and everyone else just fluffed. So, or did their damage, and he passed
They
the
did.
saves.
I got lucky in the end.
So going into turn 4, I'm
You
hoping
need to roll.
I need to win.
You need a.
I need to win this roll. 2.
6. Okay, I'm going again. Let's do this. Okay, so could not do any healing because we are spread out a bit too much. Managed to give 1 mortal wound and 1 mortal wound.
And kill the war chanter.
And kill the war chanter. I'm probably like thinking about it. I probably should have gone like mortal wound and cast a spell and have a chance of having the war chanter there. But I was like the spell wasn't a secure thing. So rather kill 1 model. I was planning to go that way, but as Bradley reminded me, I cannot advance when I run away. So that's a problem. Which means I'm gonna stay exactly where I am, and I'm not gonna try and gun down stuff. Basically. And I wanna move with them, so now we're gonna get into movement phase and do stuff.
Cool.
Shooting phase, because Bradley saved like a boss, there was a Crash Bandicoot guy
Yeah, the war chanter.
right there. He was there. The first catapult wounded 4 times, and then he saved on a 5+, 3 out of 4. So I had to shoot with the second one as well, which could have killed this guy. Could, but no. So whatever. That's now gonna go down to combat. I am doing 1 charge at the moment, and that should be it.
Cool. Or you can't fail, so
Oh yeah, I
you
can't
mix
fail.
into
It's just-
combat with the.
I make it for 11 inches, so I'm actually gonna.
So end of combat.
End of combat, the mega boss here has been killed, and there 1 wound left. With all the attacks, we're rolling saves because triumph, and it's like fair, so absolutely no problem.
I'm 10 points less than Andrea.
So on a 4+ rerollable, takes 6 wounds and then saved 1 out of the 6, which is average.
I would have
It
been
makes
alive.
sense,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like.
So 1 wound left because you had the 1. So if you hadn't saved anything,
No, I
you
think I would
been
have.
dead.
I'd.
You had 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound, and then.
So with the 6, if you hadn't saved anything, it would have been 7 dead.
Ah.
But it's okay. I mean, 1 of the 6 is a 6. It's perfect average. It's absolutely good. It's annoying, of course, but I mean, it's great.
Cool. Let's go into
It's not yet.
bottom of turn 4.
Yep.
So I currently have 1 hero who's surrounded by there. I have 29 points, big Y. I have my guys chilling on the side on this point. So I'm gonna go jump to end of movement, end of shooting, end of charging. Next we're going into combat after I've moved these dudes. And then I think the game is kind of. I don't think, as long as my maths is right, I think the game is over. But we'll come back after this. Cool. So I moved up to defensive. I'm hoping. Okay, we're going into combat. I've got 1 wound left with my super sword, and not against infantry anyway. I'm going to call a warg to get +1 attack. Woo. I have a chance of losing all my points, but at this point it doesn't actually matter.
That's the situation on that side there.
He's probably going to die next turn. Unless I double turn. It's in the double turn of the game.
you literally need to. We had a conversation now. Bradley needs to get a double turn because if he doesn't, then I.
Or I can kill the squad. If I kill the squad...
It's unlikely,
And he
but it's
survives.
possible.
Okay,
Yeah.
so going into combat.
Right.
Cool. So, as expected, the guy, Mega Boss died. He did kill 2 guys in combat. And
then his armor.
spiky armor killed 3 more guys.
Thorns.
And then now we're going to roll. So we're going to roll on camera. If I win the roll-off, then it's a draw, pretty much. Oh, it comes down to Andrea rolling a 2 on his run.
Pretty much.
If I fail, if I don't win, then Andrea wins by 1 point. If he rolls a 2.
If I roll a 2 on the.
Or it's a draw.
Yeah.
No, I win by 1 point if you fail. Okay, so it's going to complicate it. Just see what this roll is.
Huzzah! That's a 3.
Goddamn.
Okay, so I will go first.
Okay, just do your. Okay, cool. So Andrea won the roller for the final going into turn 5.
And then
The way everything.
that was the roll for the advance. Let's explain why is that important.
So Andrea is currently with his guy can move 12 inches normally. He can use his ability to +3, which gets him over here somewhere, which is 2 inches short of being within 6 inches of the middle of the objective. So in his turn he can move, because he's going first now, he'll move, get within 2, run, get over the line, and hold my objective. So end of his turn he'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So he would be equal to me, and then no matter what else happened, even if he killed every guys there with his horseman, he'll come to my turn, I can't get it back, so I'll only get 1 point, and then Andrea would be 1 point.
I had 1 point. This was a super close game. It was bloody. I think, as Bradley said, like the deciding factor was not charging, failing the charge, not rolling the charge with the superhero guy.
I'm fine with the overcommitting on the guy.
I honestly, as I told him, I would have done exactly the same. So I can't even go like, I would have played it exactly the same way. So that just went down to the dice rolls. Yeah.
On the guy's armor saves was just too good for me.
Yeah.
But I've got my little defensive line.
That was untouchable for me. Like, I literally cannot get there. I need 2 turns to move with these 2 things
also,
to get there.
The catapults are moved so in a way that I'm like 2 inches out of his maximum threat range.
Yeah.
So he can't get to me, and then the cavalry, even if the cavalry came in, they would kill the front squad.
But then do nothing against the back squad.
I'd have 10 models, he'd have 4 models.
Yeah. So
it'd be fine.
Woo, thank you, Brad.
Very good
this
game.
Was
I'm like, the loss of the Maw Crusher was
sad,
but like the game still became. I mean, if the double turns had gone different, if like I double turned early,
and then I double turned right
and
after.
You double turned straight after.
Yeah.
If it hadn't double turned back, I would have been able to take the objective, and then I would have been hit it. Like, so you can never tell. You can never know what the game's going to be like.
As I usually say, it gets down to whoever has more double turns, whether it's 1 or 3. But
we both had the same double turns.
Exactly. Exactly.
Had I made a better decision, or not a better decision, had I just made a different decision, I would have killed Zeratos.
But I don't like.
Been...
I honestly cannot go like because I would have done exactly the same. So
also there, if I double turned instead of then I would have instantly killed him with a spell.
Yeah.
Then none of the rerolls or anything would have mattered. Then I would charge in and run around and get.
No, I would have been behind. Absolutely.
And then it's like cool. The fact that you can get to my deployment zone.
Also, man of the match, just because he sat the whole game watching everyone else. Nagash on the throne.
He doesn't even care.
He's just sitting there going like, okay.
Cool, but I hope this comes out well.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Bye.